Mike Moore Media, the first place to hear Rockingham County news and information.
Rockingham County Today is sponsored by Eden, small town, big outdoors. Explore EdenNC.com and on Facebook. Rockingham County 911 reports routine calls overnight, no overdoses, wrecks, or fires. Reidsville Police arrest and citations. Pearlie Mae McCollum, 52, Sunset Street, second-degree trespassing, breaking, entering, and larceny, resisting arrest. Brandon Joseph Morvillo, 18, West Harrison Street, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Linda Ladora Wingfield, 42, Fountain Street, and Stephen Lamont Snipes, 35, Fountain Street, misdemeanor larceny at Walmart. Graham Jeffrey Doucette, 22, South Park Drive, misuse of the 911 system and resisting arrest. Eden Police arrests James Wesley Jameson, Martinsville, driving while impaired, felony possession of fentanyl and cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Melanie Renee Penn, Bassett, driving while impaired. Tiffany Louise Chilton, Charlotte, resist, obstruct, delay, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Larceny at Tractor Supply, Highway 14, a Premier trailer was stolen, recovered in Caswell County. COVID-19 update. There's a decline in new cases and hospitalizations, but more than 2,000 Americans are still dying every day. The United States is now averaging 151,000 new COVID cases, according to Johns Hopkins University. Approximately 83,000 patients currently hospitalized, but that's a 23% drop from last week. North Carolina reports 6,079 new cases and 12.5 daily percent positive. 2,872 hospitalized Wednesday. Total deaths statewide, 21,968. In Rockingham County, a total of 252 have died. The State Department of Health and Human Services has about 3,500 open positions, putting a strain on employees as the organization struggles to fill them. Of those vacancies, 2,300 are within its division of state-operated health care facilities, which is in charge of treating children and adults with mental illness. Now, Rockingham County weather, overcast, a 90% chance of rain this evening, thunderstorms possible, high 70, low 47. Friday and Saturday, partly sunny to mostly sunny, high 58, low in the 20s. Sunday, sunny, high 53. Monday, mostly sunny, high 65. Rain in the forecast next week, Tuesday through Friday. Triad record highs and lows on this day, 79, 1927, 0, 1958. Quite a range there. Get current weather information anytime at mikemore.media, along with Rockingham, our live stream 24-hour weather camera. That's sponsored by Heat and Air Controllers for year-round comfort, whatever the weather. Our customers are number one at Lane's Family Pharmacy in Eden. We put you and your family first. Personal service, well-stocked prescription department and over-the-counter items, durable home medical equipment and supplies, county-wide delivery, and convenient drive-through. And 3 very important words. Lane's is local. Regular hours, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Lane's Family Pharmacy, Highway 14 Eden. More than medicine.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash on Mike Moore Media.
Platt on a breakaway, walks in, back Platt, a shot, and he scores! Ekblad, the game winner in overtime!
The action courtesy of the Florida Panthers Radio Network last night, a 3-2 overtime win over the Hurricanes. Carolina's goals came off the sticks of Tony DeAngelo and Toivo Tervainen. Frederick Anderson made 28 saves. The Canes dropped to 32-11-4. They're winless in 2 and are 2 points out of first place in the Metropolitan Division behind Pittsburgh. College hoops last night, South Carolina upstate 60-55 winners over Presbyterian. Hampton beat NC A&T 93-82. Winthrop over Gardner-Webb 81-70. UNC Asheville beat Charleston Southern 85-66. Furman with a big 103 83-85 win at Western Carolina. Wofford beat the Citadel 65-58. Radford got by Campbell 71-67.
For lightning fast sports updates, download the Score app. It's free and one of the most popular sports apps in North America.
That's the Sports Flash. Chuck Sanders, Mike Moore Media.
Podcast preview, Jeff Garska, Reidsville Economic Development Director. This morning around 10:30. It's a good idea from time to time to take a look at your insurance and see if you need to make any changes. Melinda Collins, owner of Commerce Street Insurance, can help. She works with all of the top insurance companies, shops around, and gets you the best coverage at the best price, guaranteed. Home, auto, life, health, and lots more. Commerce Street Insurance is on Meadow Road in Eden, across from Night Owl National Stoneworks. CommerceStreetInsurance.com. And Melinda makes house calls. Now the community calendar, sponsored by Night Owl National Stoneworks in Eden, in the former Kmart building, granite, quartz, and marble for commercial and residential. The Rockingham County Bookmobile will be at French's Corner Country Store and Grill in Ruffin today, 9 to 3. Mardi Gras Murder Mystery Cocktail Hour at Hive, Uptown Eden, tomorrow at 7. Live music, Jonathan Woolwine, Saturday at 7. Music and dancing at the American Legion in VFW, North 12th Avenue, Mayodan, every Friday, 7 to 10. $5 donation, concessions, and 50-50 drawing. Live music at the Reidsville Showcase at Rockingham Theater. Tomorrow, country singer Wade Hayes and bluegrass with Junior Sisk Band Saturday night. Lee Greenwood next week, February 25th. Had a great podcast with Junior Sisk around 5:30 yesterday. That's on all of our social media platforms. And I'll be talking with Lee Greenwood next week. Now today's Consumer Report, sponsored by ShopRockinghamCounty.com.
Priced a new car lately? Dealers aren't doing much negotiating. A new report from automotive data publisher Edmunds shows more than 80% of new car buyers paid over the sticker price last month. Both Ford and GM have cautioned dealers about gouging consumers. Valentine's Day is over, but law enforcement officials and consumer advocates say romance scams are still prevalent. In fact, many officials trace a large increase in these schemes to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to federal officials, romance scam losses totaled over $500 million last year. Americans may be living with inflation for a while longer. Producer prices, a measure of cost at the wholesale level, surged a full percentage point in January and are up nearly 10% over the last 12 months. Economists expect those costs to show up in consumer prices. I'm Mark Huffman. Learn more at consumeraffairs.com.
Today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day. Oh, that's nice. You hear that more and more, and isn't that wonderful? Today in history, lots of firsts. For February 17th, 1817, the first gas-lit street lights. That was in Baltimore, Maryland. 1878, the first city telephone exchange. That was in San Francisco. It had 18 phones. 1933, Newsweek was first published. 1965, comedian Joan Rivers made her first appearance on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Now the Birthday Club. We tell who's celebrating on our birthday club around our listening area every morning on this program. Please let me know who's celebrating. You can text birthdays to 336-932-1881. We'll have our weekly giveaway tomorrow, a nice prize package, and only a couple of names today, Sylvia Bowman and Doug Cardwell. Happy birthday to you, Doug Cardwell and Sylvia Bowman. Be sure you get those names in for the birthday club. Giveaways tomorrow from these Eden businesses: Vernon Family Dairy, Wendy's, Carolina Fuels, AK Emporium, Biscuitville, Divine Nutrition, Pizza Hut, Ingrid's Cupcakes and Confections, and That Little Pork Chop. Big name birthdays: Jim Brown, 86, Ed Sheeran, 31, Paris Hilton, 41, Lou Diamond Phillips, 60, Michael Jordan, and Larry the Cable Guy, 59.
Here's author Philip Gully with today's Front Porch Tale.
When I was 23 years old, I made the best decision of my life. I asked a beautiful, witty woman to be my wife, and she accepted, against the advice of her friends, her family, and a goodly portion of the Western world. For 8 years, I was the model of responsibility. I worked hard, I dried the dishes, I lowered the toilet seat. Then my wife became pregnant. I attended birthing classes and learned to commiserate. 3 months after his birth, Joanne returned to part-time work. On the morning of her departure, she cautioned me to keep a close eye on our son. My feelings were hurt, and I said as much. "Please, honey, haven't I proven myself reliable?" Thus I can only think it was the pain of mistrust which caused me to forget my son when I went to the grocery store that afternoon. I was on my way there and turned around to see him. He was missing. I raced home and found him in his crib, and I knew what he was going to say when he learned to talk. So I confessed to Joanne myself over a candlelit dinner and a new silver bracelet. Being a Christian woman, Joanne forgave me and offered me another chance. And the very next morning, after she handcuffed Spencer to me, she said, "Honey, I trust you." Reflection on this experience has taught me 2 things. First, having children causes irreparable damage to those areas of the brain having to do with memory. And second, what's the second point? Oh, yeah. The second point is this. We all feel forgotten sometimes. Saddest line in the Bible is when Christ asked God why he forsook him. If Christ felt left behind, how then can we avoid feeling forgotten and forsaken? Some Bible scholars say that isn't what Jesus meant when he cried from the cross. They say he was quoting the first line of Psalm 22 because to quote the first line was to affirm that psalm's victorious conclusion. I have a great deal of respect for Bible scholars, but they're full of baloney on this one. I think Jesus felt forgotten. However, the empty tomb tells us he was remembered, and so are we all, which is what I'm going to tell my son just as soon as I remember where I left him.
Front Porch Tales, a collection of stories by author Philip Gully, is available from Multnomah Publishers.
Now today's motivational moment. Don't let the darkness from your past block the light of joy in your present. What happened is done. Stop giving time to things which no longer exist when there is so much joy to be found here and now. Thank you for listening, friends. I want you to know how much I appreciate that. Hope you have a wonderful Thursday, and remember to count your blessings.